Well, hello everyone. Today, my madre and I are going to, well, we're actually already here. We've arrived at Grandfather Mountain here in Boone, North Carolina. I've been visiting my mom for the last pretty much week now and just soaking up all this North Carolina green machine. And this is just so beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, wow, what a beautiful day. So I thought I'd take you guys with me and show you a little bit about Green Mountain. Be your tour guide on this fine day. This is my mom. Hi. All right, let's do it.
Grandfather Mountain is located in Boone, North Carolina. It's a place where nature's majesty unfolds and provides a realm of breathtaking vistas and ancient peaks located in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Grandfather Mountain and its rocks reveal a long history of rock formations and mountain building that dates back to 1.1 billion years ago. The original Cherokee name for the mountain was Tanahua, which means a fabulous hawk or eagle. It's named Grandfather by pioneers who recognized the face of an old man in one of the cliffs. Our first stop is the mile-high swinging bridge, an engineering marvel suspended 5,280 feet above sea level. From here we can see for miles, taking in the beauty of the Appalachian Mountains.
All right, well, we have arrived officially at Grandfather Mountain. Just climbed up this beautiful, beautiful scenic mountainscape, and I am on the edge and flying high, feeling so rejuvenated by this beautiful mountain. Grandfather Mountain, I mean, the name alone is just amazing. So if you are in North Carolina and want to do a little tourist attraction, get out in nature and experience this beautiful scenery, highly recommend coming to Grandfather Mountain. There's so many different types of ecosystems here. It feels like we're in like all different parts of the world. You could be anywhere, but we're in North Carolina, believe it or not. It's amazing. It is just, I mean, I'm still just blown away by how gorgeous this mountain is, and North Carolina is full of surprises. This is absolutely a must do. Must. It's so pretty.
Yeah, it looks like California trees.
So there's a audio guide that you listen to on your way up here. And from what we learned, there's 12 different microclimates up here on the mountain. So this is why it looks so lush, and it feels like a forest and a jungle at the same time. So Grandfather Mountain has lots of nature medicine, and it's home to a lot of different endangered species of animals. There's an animal habitat we're gonna go to after we do this hike. Wow, look at all these roots. Roots, baby, root it down. I love roots. So much medicine in roots. Roots of the trees, roots of our wounds, roots of our healing. There's so much medicine when we just stop and be with the roots and the trees. Wow, that's cool.
Grandfather Mountain is not just about breathtaking views. It's also a sanctuary and home to an array of wildlife. This unique ecosystem provides a safe haven for diverse species, including black bears, white-tailed deer, and an elusive birds of prey.
One of my favorite things when I come out in nature to do is sing with the birds and sing with her, because the earth loves when we tune our frequency into her frequency. I can really feel it. You can feel it pulsate through your throat, through your voice, through your stomach, through your gut, and really tune into what it is that she has to say. And so we sing with the wind, we sing with the birds, we sing with the trees. And we tune ourselves to our nature, our natural rhythm, and remember who we are. Earth my body, water my blood, wind my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, wind my breath, and fire my spirit. One more time. Earth my body, water my blood, wind my breath, and fire my spirit. Doesn't have to be good, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just tuning into the rhythm and hearing the call, the voice, tuning inward and listening to what is going on in here, and listening to the trees, the ancient wisdom of the trees, holding them, thanking them, loving them. I do like to also thank nature and apologize and ask how I can be the goddess's greatest vessel of service. And that is how I live my life, really. It's just being with her and being a vessel to support her and aid her in whatever way she asks of me. And sometimes when I fall off that path and forget, she brings me right back on. Thanks for listening. How can you work with the goddess? How can you speak with her? How can you tune into her frequency and just tend to Mother Nature and let her be your guide? She's literally my greatest teacher. She's been teaching me since I was a little girl, just listening, always coming out to the trees, always going outside. I lived outside as a little girl and growing up. And of course, those teenage years, they don't count because I didn't really tune into her in the way I do now. But I rode dirt bikes and would spend time just being with her. And nature is my church. And that is my true act of service. And it is really where I come to be with myself and be with her. I always like to say that nature is my church and my religion, because the creatress, the goddess, the god, the universe, everything lives and breathes through her and with her. And that is what makes me feel home. Okay. See if I can hold this camera and hold all my Stanleys. We're walking out the door today. All right. Leaving Mom's house, and there's a jump there. And I'm going to do a little me day going through North Carolina and heading from Hillsborough over to Aberdeen to visit a client of mine and also receive some of her lovely Reiki healing medicine. I'm so excited. So let's go see what we can get into today. Getting into the vehicle. Whoop. Taking my mom's car out for a spin today. Need to move this back. All right, so it's about an hour and a half drive to Aberdeen, and I am gonna stop through Durham and basically just kind of like go with the flow. I've got some work to do. So one of my favorite things to do when I am traveling is, which is like all the time, is look at like some of the most popular digital nomad areas and cafes. Best like working cafes around. My favorite thing is to just like find cool cafes and work. So I'm gonna kind of see where the wind takes us today. But I've heard there's some cool little eclectic like witchy stores, so I might check out some of those, and I'm just gonna bring you guys with me today. So let's go drive around this beautiful place, North Carolina. I'm constantly impressed and so stoked my mom lives here so that I can explore all the things. All right, let's go. right, so we have arrived at the first stop of the day. And no, it's not to get CBD. I'm just gonna stop off at this little cafe. All right, we have arrived at the first stop, and yes, I did change my shirt. We're gonna do a couple hours of work at this coffee shop that I found here in downtown Durham called the Foster Cafe, and it's already a bit muggy, so definitely feeling it a little bit. It's getting a little sweaty, but let's check out this coffee shop and see what it's all about. You said the white was what rabbit? Silly rabbit. Okay. Okay, thanks.
After about 2 hours of working, I was able to make my way to my dear client, Jill Arena. She's also an incredible Reiki practitioner, and I decided I wanted to meet her in person as well as get some Reiki performed by her. While we did film this entire process, it's really hard to get the actual gist of what's happening here. Reiki is a Japanese healing technique that dates back to the early 20th century. The word Reiki itself translates into universal life force energy, which is believed to be the essence of all living things. During a Reiki session, the practitioner, or in this case Jill, acts as a channel, directing this healing energy into me, the recipient, promoting balance and relaxation. Jill also guided me through a really powerful healing meditation into the woods and working through some ancestral karma that I had spoken with her previously before we got into the session today. A Reiki practitioner is generally trained and attuned to a deep understanding of energy flow. Their hands actually act as a conduit for the healing energy to flow into the recipient's body. Through a series of gentle hand placements, the practitioner focuses on different areas, aiming to clear blockages and restore the natural flow of energy. Something to note here, Reiki is not a replacement for medical treatment, but rather a complementary practice that can enhance overall well-being. If you're interested in experiencing the power of Reiki or one of Jill Arena's sessions, she does them virtually as well as in person in her beautiful home in North Carolina. I will include all of her details in the show notes below.
Whew. Wow. Oh, I just got done with my session with Jill, and wow, what a powerful one she is. And so grateful for the container that she was able to hold for me. A lot of things that came up was, I mean, we went really deep, really deep very quickly. Currently navigating through a very long lineage of ancestral wounding around not feeling safe, and the witch wound and the mother wound and the sister wound and all of that stuff. So there's a huge chunk of it that I get to be invited to forgive my younger self and forgive the family members, and it just feels very freeing, and I feel so relieved and relaxed and at peace with knowing that I'm on the path of doing this work, and the potency that when one woman holds another, magic happens. And just what's really real for me in this moment is just being able to be in my power and not holding back from my true gifts and my innate ability to tap into that potential and that part of me that, you know, sometimes I fear, that power within me that I fear, that the magic that I fear, all of those things. And I just got the opportunity to see my younger self and my higher self and just hold my inner child and little girl inside me and be with all those parts of me. And what Jill's doing, her work is just so incredible. And I really appreciate, you know, being held in that container. And this just very much wraps up such a potent last few weeks of some deep, like, family healing and ancestral wounding and trauma that I've been really drawing a line in the sand, going, no way, this is not coming with me or anyone in my lineage, like, anymore. And with that comes a lot of stuff. So I have a lot to journal tonight and to sit with. And so I'm going to head home now. Thanks for listening, guys.